Hi, and welcome to session 11 of the Quantum GIS walkthrough series. This session will be on raster tools and processing. In this session, I will cover clipping rasters, reprojection of rasters, the raster calculator, and converting rasters to polygons. At the end of the session, I'll also be revising some of the vector analysis from the last screencast session. I'll be using the Dem file for this project. Firstly, clipping rasters. Clipping rasters is a very useful tool as raster files can be big and very difficult to manage and process. If you only need a part of the raster file, you can clip it. In my example, I'll only be working with the southern part of my Dem. Firstly, I need to enable the raster tools through the plugin manager. The plugin GDAL tools needs to be enabled to access your raster tools. And now you'll see on your raster menu there's a new list of options. We'll be using the clipper first. The clipper will add any raster currently visible in my map view. I currently only have one raster in my map view, but in your case, you may need to disable the other raster layers. Open the clipper and specify where you want the output file to be stored. Now, if you move your cursor to the map view, you'll notice that the cursor's changed to a crosshair. You'll use this to select the area that you wish to clip by. Navigate to the area that you're interested in. You can do this by zooming in using the scroll wheel and panning by holding down the middle mouse button. Then drag and drop the bounds that you are interested in. If you make a mistake, you can just redo the box. Notice that the box extents have automatically been added to the clipper. If you're happy with the extents, you can click OK. You can also enable load into canvas when finished. And here we have our clipped raster. Next, we'll reproject the Dem file. Though there's on-the-fly reprojection for vector files, this is not currently available for rasters. So reprojecting rasters is quite a useful tool to know. You can also batch reproject. Under the raster menu, choose warp. Select your input file, specify your output file, I'll reproject to geographic. And also specify your target CRS. I can select load into canvas when finished. I'll add a vector dataset that is in geographic to check that this looks right. This overlays correctly. I should also have checked that in my project properties that my on-the-fly reprojection is disabled. Now, if I want to overlay any vector files in UTM, I need to enable my on-the-fly reprojection. For this example, I'm interested in rivers in the low-lying areas in the Dem. These are potential rivers that are downstream that could be affected by chemicals and pollutants in the neighboring areas. So, for this example, I'll want to exclude rivers in the mountainous areas, that is, areas where the Dem value is high. Let's create a mask from the Dem of areas that are below 200 meters. First, let's remove our other Dem from our legend panel. Next, in the Raster menu, select Raster Calculator. Set the output file . Then double-click the raster to add it to the expression block. For our operator, we'll choose less than, and then type 200. The output raster returns true, a value of 1 for all pixels that match the criteria, and false, a value of 0 for all other pixels. The 0 pixels are displayed as black. These are areas that are above the 200-meter criteria. There would normally be mountainous areas. The white pixels are the ones that we are interested in. Let's see which river segments fit within this area. We can set the white area to transparent. And remove our previous Dem. Here we can see the river segments that we're interested in. If we want to clip the rivers to the area of interest, as we did in the vector analysis screencast, we need to first convert the raster to a polygon. Click on the raster menu and click Polygonize. Make sure your mask is selected and select the output file. we can adjust the field name. This would be low-lying areas, and select Load into Canvas when finished. Now we can use the Vector Clip tool as we did in the previous screencast. For F-tools though, it is better that all the files in the same projection. I'll quickly convert my mask to UTM. I can do this by clicking the layer and saying Save As. Then specify my CRS to UTM Zone 34 South. Let's remove the previous mask. Now, we are going to select the areas in our mask that are within low-lying areas that have a value of 1. Then it's simply a matter of doing the clip as I did in the previous screencast. And there we have our rivers that fall within low-lying areas. That concludes the raster analysis and processing. In the next screencast, I'll be covering map composition.